Entitle this particular teaching, either part 1 and or part 2, but certainly now, is the church's role, the Christian church's role in end times Aliyah. Now, I think we all pretty much have a concept of what the Christian church is or is all about, but we don't all know what Aliyah means. It's a Hebrew word that speaks about the end time immigration of Jews that are scattered around the world, Judíos, that is, Jews, coming back to their fatherland of Israel. Aliyah means to ascend and to return to Zion, that is, to Israel. But I contend ascend and return first to God, the God of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob, and to His Word and to His truth and holiness as we prepare to make Aliyah. So what is the role of the non-Jew? I'd like to talk about that for a few minutes today. What's the role of the Gentile? Okay, it's a controversial subject as to where do the Gentile Christians or believers fit, whether they be Protestant or Catholic or Pentecostal or charismatic or a modern day denomination of Christianity. What is the role? Well, I'll go to a very, very interesting subject, and his name is San Pablo, Pablo. And so I know that many Jews, when they hear the name Paul, saca las uñas, they like, whoa, get on defense, like, we're going to talk about Paul, what do you mean? Well, I think that we need to learn from the very thing that God has recorded, that is that they're in the Christian Bible, meaning the Christian Bible, meaning that the inclusion of the Second Covenant, or known as the New Testament. So in the book of Acts, chapter 26, I want to read straight from the Christian Bible, from book of Acts. I want to read because there's something there that Paul sets a precedence as to the role of the church, meaning what is his role, therefore what is the role of Christians, true Christians, that are certainly the idea is pro-Israel, pro-Jew. That is the point. Not those that are replacement theology. They don't believe in this, unfortunately, and so they're going to have to give an account. Okay? So in book of Acts chapter 26, it says in verse 15, "Then I asked, 'Who are you, Lord?' And he says, 'I am Yeshua,' or Jesus, 'whom you are persecuting.' And the Lord replied, 'Now get up and stand on your feet. I have appeared to you,'" this Yeshua is telling Paul, "'I've appeared to you to appoint you as a servant.'" Servant. What is that? "And a witness of what you have seen of me and what I will show you." So the point being is, God is saying, I want to make you, or Yeshua is saying, I'm going to make you a servant to my people, a servant of my people. He's saying, and I'm going to make you a witness. In other words, you will experience and have experienced this firsthand. This is not secondhand. This is not something you read by books or seen on TV or DVD or the movies. This is something that you yourself tasted, felt, and experienced. Therefore, you have authority to be a testimony or be a witness, as it were, legally, as it were, through the oracles and the archives of eternity. So I want you to be a servant and a witness. And this in here, this is a seed of pregnancy. This is a conception of God as to what ultimately He wants the Christian church to be unto Him for His purposes. So that then ultimately He, or the Christian church, can be, and this is my contention here, this is my argument, that this is the privilege and the honor that God gives the church. Not only the honor, but the accountability to serve as God's agency on earth to help and to bless Israel and to help her babies, the Jewish people that are in diaspora scattered around the world, to go back to their fatherland, to home, back to Israel.